Relatively well. Lakeisha McKnight is here. Welcome to the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. A little bit different, okay? Just a teensy bit different as far as setting is concerned. This is not the normal setting, and you might hear some horns in the background. You might hear some music in the background, but totally different setting on tonight for this episode, simply because we're in celebration mode, my family and I. And so I wanted to make sure that I remained as consistent as possible. You all already know what I do. So this is the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. I'm your host, Lakeisha McKnight, leadership specialist, wealth mentor, and author of the book Leadership TKO, really helping you to implement 12 keys to becoming a winning leader. And so learn more definitely about that particular book by going to www.leadershiptko.com. Now, remember, guys, the purpose of this show, because we go live every single night, every single night, Monday through Fridays from the timeline here, and that's at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so I thank you so much for those of you who are just kind of like, where is Lakeisha? And waiting around for me to come around with the episode. But I am here, we're live, and I wanted to make sure I touched bases with you all and provided you with some great content on tonight. And so the purpose of the show really is to empower leaders like yourself with the ability to win from the inside out, growing your influence, your impact, and your income. So for those of you who are tuning in tonight, if you want to grow and become an influential leader, if you want to impact more lives, and if you want to grow your income so that you don't have to work until you die, you want to make sure you remain plugged in to this show. Okay, and we do go live on Saturdays and Sundays, but we go live from my fan page and we try to share it onto my timeline. So that is the normal format. That's the normal schedule for this particular show. And so what I'm going to do really quick, as I shared with you that I would continue to do, and that is I want to provide you with a leadership nugget first and foremost before we dive in. Okay, so let me go ahead. I do want to share my screen really quick so we can dive into this leadership nugget. And hopefully you all can see my screen. Okay, hopefully you all can see it. I want to make sure that I'm also going live pretty well on the screen there. Looks like we're pretty good. All right, here we go. Looks like we're good. Okay, so I'm going to share this out really quick. And yes, don't forget to do that. For those of you who do want to help your networks, those connected to you, to grow, you want to encourage them to plug into the show. So I'm going to share this with a group of business partners. All right, perfect. So again, appreciate you all being here. Feel free to like and love the stream. Comment below, right? Comment below, and you can also do your own watch parties and share this out onto your timelines, groups, fan pages, wherever you feel led to sharing this. And so again, this is not my normal setting. As you can probably see, this is not the studio where I normally do this live. But again, I wanted to make sure that I remained as consistent as possible, and I provided you all with content. So again, you may hear some horns and music, and that's because we're celebrating my aunt's birthday today, but at the same time, I wanted to connect with you all. So appreciate you guys. Let's dive into this leadership nugget here. As you can see, we're going to talk about the law of empowerment. That's right here on the screen. And it simply says this. This is what the law says. Only secure leaders give power to others. Again, only secure leaders give power to others. You see, to lead well means to help people reach their full potential, build them up, give them resources, authority, responsibility, and autonomy to achieve. You see, the main ingredient, right, of empowerment is belief in people. Belief. And this is why I love the leaders, the partners, the mentors we have, a part of a team we call Wealth Builders Worldwide. The leaders in this particular team, I'm telling you, they want to instill belief in each and every one of us. And that's really the purpose behind this particular show. Belief, helping you to understand and believe that you are a leader, helping you to understand how you can impact more lives with your message, with your testimony, with your story. Let me tell you, if you would only just step into your authentic self and become the true you, I'm telling you, people will connect. They'll be able to relate. Okay. There'll be some things that they'll be able to resonate with and say, you know what? Yes, that's me. And so the more you're able to just show who you are, the real you, okay, they will connect with that. Okay. They love real. They want to see real. They don't want to see a facade. Okay. I'm right here, of course, in my cousin's home. And I said, you know what? I'm going to definitely do the stream. Okay. I am someone who likes to remain consistent. I would have did it outside if I had to. But this is the reason why I'm here, and I want to make sure I poured value into your lives. So understand again, the key ingredient, the main ingredient of empowerment is belief in people. You see, it says here, leaders usually fail to empower others due to three key barriers. Three. Number one, desire for job security, or in other words, fear of becoming dispensable, like someone can get rid of you, like, your time is going to be up and gone and out of there, and no one is going to really be, care or focus so much on you. It's not about that. Okay. It's not about your title or your position and fearing that you're going to lose it. You see, the other point here it makes as far as failing to empower others is resistance to change, which is inevitable, okay, for progress. You have to understand that change is the one thing that is constant. Okay, you can't stop change from happening, just like what we're experiencing now with this new normal. You can't stop this from happening. Okay, these things, these occurrences, these things had to unravel the way that they are. Okay, I ultimately believe the Most High knew about this before we even stepped in to this season. But you have to be prepared on a spiritual level to be able to weather it all. Okay, and this is just real talk. And here's another reason why people fail to empower others: lack of self-worth. Lack of self-worth, and they can't give power to others because they feel they have no power themselves. You can't give others something that you don't have. That's why I love when my mentor, Mr. Ty Bass, he says, to constantly pour into yourself. Read, leaders are readers. Read. Because it's all about what you put in you. Because you can't give out something that you don't have. Okay? When you're constantly pouring out, don't forget, you need to be poured into. You need to be ministered to. You need to be served. Okay? You have to pour and refuel yourself. And so I want you all to understand that. Look at these three barriers right here. You want to make sure you prevent this from being you. You don't want to be in this position where you desire job security or position or title security. You don't want to resist change, and you want to be a person that has a high level of self-worth. Okay, you do. And so hopefully you all understand this law right here, this law of empowerment. I wanted to just definitely drop this dose of leadership enhancement and training for you right here before we even dive in. Okay, to this important next part in the series. And so I'm going to stop sharing this. Okay, and I'm also going to lead into talking about how we actually started a series. This was a series, I want to say, a couple of weeks ago, we went into this series. And it's a series based on Mr. and Mrs. Best, their book, 103 Ways to Fail in Network Marketing. Hopefully you all can see that outside of the glare. Okay, it is a guide to your success. Okay, so if you want to succeed in this profession, if you want to succeed as a network marketing professional, I'm going to encourage you to definitely, number one, plug into this stream that we have going on. And also, if you can get a chance to hear, to read, to get a hold of this particular book, get it. It's going to help you to thrive. For those of you who are home-based business owners and you can build a network from home, this book right here will help you win. It will help you to truly succeed in this profession. And so what I'm going to do tonight is I want to focus in on the 41st way to fail in network marketing. The 41st. So I'm going to read what is here, but I'm also going to expound on it a bit so you can understand truly what this nugget has to say and how to avoid it. How can you succeed by avoiding this particular nugget? All right. So let's dive into it right quick. It says the 41st way to fail in network marketing is this: be as rude as you can to your company's customer service department. Now, I know how frustrating it can be. Let me just pause, because we've all been there where, even if it wasn't for your company, it could have been another company, right? where you called and you're just unsatisfied with the customer service. Okay, understand customer service is human. They are human, but they're only doing what they're told. Okay, they're only doing what they're able to do. Look at what Mr. Best and Mrs. Best has to say about this. The company's customer service department is not to be abused by distributors. Okay, the office is there to support and serve you. Treat them with courtesy and respect. You will get so much more help. Okay? Do unto others as you would have them to do unto you. In other words, if you want to be treated, if you are a part of customer service, would you want them to treat you in the way that you would treat them? As far as you want to make sure your tone is right. You want to make sure some people call it vibes or frequency. Listen, just make sure that your verbal communication is polite, is courteous, as well as your nonverbal, your tone of voice, your pitch. Okay, you don't want to get on the phone and start screaming and having an attitude. You don't want to do that. It's just not polite. Okay? It's just not polite. And what if, of course, you called and somebody else called and they're just like, well, such and such called, their name was such and such, right? And listen, the word gets around. And so you want to be mindful of what you're saying and how you're saying it. Do you know that 80%, and it may be a little bit more, but 80% of what you're saying is nonverbal? Okay, people they actually receive a message, 80% of what you have not said. Is how you say it. It's your tone, it's your pitch, it's your posture, it's everything. Those elements that does not include words. Okay, people receive that first before they actually receive the words that you actually speak. So you have to be mindful of how you're saying certain things. Yes, it's okay to be frustrated. Let me just validate your feelings there. It's okay, right? You call and you're like, well, I feel like customers giving me the runaround. You might feel that way. Okay, I get it, right? Some customer service representatives may actually be a bit on the newer side. So they may be getting accustomed to how things flow and maybe getting accustomed to how to respond a certain way. So give the customer service reps time to succeed. How about that? Give the customer service reps time to succeed. They're on their process and on their journey of being the best customer service reps that they can be. So you have to realize that everyone is on a journey of being better. So you have to be mindful of how you're saying things and what you're saying. Okay? Respect. Do not be rude to your company's customer service team. Avoid that. All right. And you also can succeed. So again, that's a part of this book. And so you want to make sure, guys, that you're going back, watching the replays of, what I've expounded on from their book. I mean, this book is just one of many. Mr. Best, of course, he published his most recent book, Dream Chaser Manifesto. You want to make sure you get a copy of that as well. And the way to get that is by going to shop.mywbw.net. Okay. Get yourself a copy of the Dream Chaser Manifesto. Okay, and so again, plug in, guys. I know right now it is getting close to the hour. I want to encourage you because it is. Make sure, because sometimes I get my days mixed up, guys. This is what happens when you get when freedom comes and you're just you mix up the days. All right, and so it is Tuesday, July the 7th, and so you all want to make sure you plug in and make sure that you're in place, because maybe you're like, well, Lakeisha, what is it that you do? Okay. And there are many of my partners that are watching this. And as you can see, of course, on my shirt that I'm actually wearing right now, the name of the company is Carrot Bars International. And it is an e-commerce company based out of Stuttgart, Germany. I'm encouraging you all to definitely learn about this. If you receive fiat currency or cash, if you do it, and it doesn't matter how you get it. It could be, of course, you're employed. Self-employed. You could be a business owner, have another business. You could be, an investor. Okay. And, you still have that fiat coming in. What are you doing with the fiat so you can protect it from inflation? What are you doing so that you can create residual income for yourself? How are you putting yourself in a better tax bracket? What are you doing to handle that? Because, if you are self-employed, you're paying the most in taxes, about 60%. And if you're employed, meaning you're working a part of an organization, you're paying 40%. Now, it may be spread out throughout that given year, but you're paying 40% in the first 3 months of a given year. You might as well say you're working to pay taxes. It's not really truly going into your pocket. So I want to encourage you to put yourself in a better position. If you are someone watching this and you want financial freedom, you want to do what you want to do when you want to do it. You want to be able to go out, have fun with family, just do things and not know what day it is. Just mixed all the days up. Maybe that's something you're aiming for, right? Listen, myself and my colleagues, we are plugged into a money system that helps us to make money while we sleep. So we don't have to work until we die. We're able to put ourselves into a position where we can create generational wealth that we can pass on to our children and our children's children. And I want to encourage you all to want the same, to do better, to have a life that you've always wanted. And the money system can enable that to happen. And so I want to encourage you, listen, if someone shared this video with you, get back with them and ask them more about the money system, because it's going to cost you nothing to register, right? You're going to put yourself in a position to win, to save more money than you've ever before. I'm going to actually be doing another live stream. It might be tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure. Well, I want to share with you a little bit about what I've experienced plugging into this money system. You know, how it's been a blessing to my life, specific ways by which it's been a blessing to my life. I'm going to go into that on a separate stream. It may be tomorrow. Okay, stay tuned. I'll give you a heads up on social media so that you can be in place, so you can be there to view it if you desire to do that and share this out. And so I'm going to share with you how I've gotten free gold. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to stop right there because I'm going to spill it. I'm going to spill it before we even get there. So listen, there's a presentation that's happening tonight at 9:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I want to encourage you to plug in to learn more about this, because your life will be radically changed. And your children and your children's children will thank you for it. Okay? So the way that you can view this presentation is by, number one, downloading the Zoom app. I want to encourage you to do that. Download the Zoom app. And then what you're going to want to do, okay, is at about 8:50 or 8:55. You want to be there early because the presentation starts at 9:00 p.m. So be in position around 8:50, be there early, and you want to go to www.goldrocks.info, okay? Goldrocks.info is where you want to go online, and then you're going to be able to plug into the presentation. Now, there's going to be an amazing presenter tonight, Mr. Al Murray. We call him Mr. Bustin' Loose because he wants to help as many people as possible, just like I do, to bust out, to break free from this current system of debt, to truly live the life that you deserve. You deserve a lifestyle of freedom, but I can't want it more than you do. You have to want it for yourself. All right? So again, glad to be here, glad to sow these nuggets of value into your life through the show. And so I look forward to coming back and sharing more great content with you through the Leadership TKO Live Night Show. Don't forget, like or love the stream that you're tuning into right now. Hit that love button, comment below, and let me know how the information shared has been a blessing to you. And then also share this out onto your timelines, a group, a fan page, wherever you want to share it, so you can help other people, men and women, to be able to grow and thrive. So wealth builders, thank you so much for tuning in. Guests, I appreciate you all. Hopefully we'll be getting back to the regular schedule of things pretty soon. Have family in town this week, and I'm just enjoying the time that I have with them. You don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. And so hence we're enjoying these moments, okay? So until the next time that we come together again, I encourage you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night, everyone. God bless, and I'll catch you on the 9:00 p.m. Wealth Building presentation.